Hey mamas, I'm Rebecca Clay. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a registered nurse that helps moms feel confident during labor and delivery. I help them to know what their options are and to have them get the delivery they want while they find their voice and speak up for what they do wish to have. So I just want to say welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that we have found each other. I hope you enjoy all of the educational material that I do provide. I just hope that you can also understand that I'm a registered nurse. I am not a provider, so I am by no means giving you medical advice. I'm allowing you to see what your options are and allow you to be an informed mama and be able to make the best choice for you and your baby. So with that being said, I just want to say this time in your life is the most special, important, exciting time. One of the most ones that you'll ever have. So I just want you to feel very confident going into this. So many mamas show up to deliver and they're scared to death. It should be the most exciting, happy time. And it's just not for so many moms. And I've seen that for over these years, over the last 14 years. And I just reach out to those mamas and I just want to hold them and let them know that they can go into this in a different way. And that's what I want to do. I want to help moms just to have a smile on their face and be able to know beforehand what their options are and what they can and can't do, and that they can say no. Just because there's a title behind somebody's name doesn't give them any right to be able to push you around or tell you no, that you can't do something where you're the one should be telling them no to stuff that you don't want. So many moms have reached out to me with questions, and the biggest thing that I want to kind of go back to the beginning for these mamas is you have to get pregnant and able to be able to use the material and to be able to educate yourself for the stuff that I'm showing you. So I just kind of want to talk just briefly about what you need to be doing to help yourself have the most benefit, the most desire to be able to get pregnant, what you need to do, those important things, the steps you need to take to be able to get pregnant. So we'll start from the beginning here. First thing is you've got to get off birth control, whether you're on an IUD or on birth control pills or using sponges or whatever you're doing, you need to stop using them. It can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months for the majority of people for their hormones to regulate, to everything kind of to normalize. So you got to give yourself at least 3 months before you want to be getting pregnant, to allow yourself to be ready for that time. The other thing that I want to stress so much that I think people miss is that you've got to get your diet within healthy range. You've got to be making smart food choices, cutting out those sugars. You've got to be able to help your weight. You need to be in a normal weight. If you're underweight or overweight, both those things can affect if you are able to get pregnant and you're in your how hard it is or how easy it is can be a major factor in that. So I just recommend, going whole grain if you are going to do pastas and rice and breads, just to go the whole grain route. Tons of fresh fruit and vegetables, and definitely start taking that prenatal vitamin as soon as you even start thinking about that you might want to start having babies, because that's a big one. The folate that's in it, or folic acid as some people know it as, is the very important thing that helps with the neural tube defects, and that's something that we want to definitely stress that you need to be taken soon. So you want to take that as soon as you start thinking about getting pregnant, and then you take that all the way through at least when you're done for breastfeeding. But you actually can take it. It's not going to hurt you, just in case you might get pregnant before you want to the next time. I recommend taking it until you're done, having kids permanently or out of those childbearing years. So it's not anything that will hurt you. And you don't just have to change what you consume as far as foods you eat. You also have to change and be careful of what chemicals your body is coming in contact with. All of the different chemicals that are in your household cleaning products, your laundry detergent, your fabric softener, the candles that you have going in your house, and your plugins, and anything else that has a fragrance in it, lotions, and all the stuff that you're putting on your body and on your face to take your makeup off. All of that stuff they're hormone disruptors. So much of that is a cause of the infertility that people have, and just getting rid of that stuff is huge. And finding plant-based cleaners and face products, and not using candles, using diffusers that have pure, real essential oils, not the stuff you buy at Walmart and Target and Meijer and Amazon. That stuff doesn't work. It's full of chemicals. You have to know to get rid of this stuff and know what's right and what's okay to use, and that men included in this, because that stuff affects your fertility. So when, I see people that come to me and say, hey, we've been trying for 9 months and we can't get pregnant, that's one of the first questions I ask is, have you cleaned up your home? Have you cleaned up, the beauty products that you're using and the candles and laundry soap? And, I have, friends that have had those same issues. And once they kind of start changing their diet and changing the chemicals in their home and stopping the occasional drinking, and they start exercising and just taking care of themselves and putting themselves first, they start finding that they're getting pregnant a whole lot easier. So that's another way that, you can, get yourself up, ready for success, is to get rid of those chemicals and that you're using around your home and being absorbed through your skin, because that's going to be a huge help too. Another thing that you want to be thinking about is who you want to be your provider. Who do you want to oversee your medical care while you are pregnant? A lot of people don't know, but you can actually get like a preconception appointment at your doctor's office. They're going to draw blood. They're going to do a pap smear if you haven't had one recently. They're going to kind of go through a family history. They're going to check out and see if there's anything they can think of that might keep you from getting pregnant, or any genetic studies that need to be done during that time. So that also gives you a good chance to be able to interview the provider and see if they're a good fit for you. Because that's one thing that I can't stress enough, is that you've got to have a good relationship with your provider and trust them, whether you choose to deliver in a hospital, in a birthing center, at your house, whoever you choose as the provider to be there for that delivery, you have to trust them completely. You have to be able to know that what your wishes are, they're okay with that and they're willing to go through with that. And if they don't, they're going to talk to you about the reasons why they don't think that's a safe decision. And you guys together can make that. But just know you have that right to pick who your provider is. Same way that you can choose to fire them because they're not who you want. So just, take some time to find that provider that's just right for you. And it's going to make that, experience so much better, where you fully trust them and know that they're there for you and for the safety of your baby. Another thing that you need to start working on if you're wanting to think about getting pregnant in the near future is exercising. They recommend that healthy moms are exercising at least 5 hours a week. Just doing brisk, moderate activity. Nothing, crazy, nothing pavement pounding, but, walking fast or biking or swimming. Just something at like a moderate speed. You don't need to be, like a crazy athletic person running competitions or races or anything, but just getting out there, and allows you to have an easier pregnancy. It allows you to have an easier delivery, and it just definitely keeps you healthy and baby healthy as well. Another thing that you might think about is if you've ever had any type of mental health history. That's something you need to address with your provider as well. Allows them to see if you are prone to like depression or anxiety or just stress in general, because we all have stress. If those are things that that you're already dealing with, it's good for them to know so they can know how best to support you during that time, because it makes such a huge difference if you can get that under control ahead of time. So definitely, talk to them, see if there's different oils or medication and homeopathic type stuff, or sometimes it's just a matter of being able to talk to a counselor, and there's nothing wrong with that. So many people in this world like put therapy and counseling aside, and it really truly is something that you need to be able to work with. And if you need it, you need it. And I think honestly 100% everybody should be talking to a counselor about everything going on. There's so much going on in this world today, and I think that's one thing that allows people just to be them and open up and just to relax and be able to handle the next step of what might come. And the last thing that so many of you, have been waiting to hear is you got to have sex. Have a lot of it. Have fun with it. This isn't a time to be stressed. If you're stressed, your body is under stress, and you're not going to have, not going to be creating that environment that the sperm need to be able to survive. So definitely just have fun, and don't do it every day and make it so stressful. Do it every 2 to 3 days. That allows actually the healthier sperm to be able to capture that egg, which is viable for like 24 hours. So don't feel like you have to do it every day. Don't feel like, there's no pressure here. Just have fun with it. This is a time in your life that the last thing you want is pressure when you're trying to have a baby that's creating so much excitement inside of you. Just know that, it takes time. Most people, 80% of people will get pregnant within the first 6 months of trying. You have, another 5% that it might take, closer to a year. to get. Anytime you've reached a year of consistently trying and you haven't been able to get pregnant, then it's time to speak with your provider and just see if there's any special fertility testing, or other, seeing a specialist, any treatment they might be able to do to see what the reason is behind not being able to get pregnant. So I definitely, keep that in the back of your mind, but try not to stress about it. Just have fun. Trust your body. Your body knows what it needs and what it's doing. And I just want you guys to feel at peace with this situation and going forward, and just to know that you're in such good hands with your provider, or, whoever it might be that you're choosing to have in that birth room with you as well. Side note on that, I definitely recommend getting a doula or a birth support person to have with you in that room, because they are there for you, to advocate for you and those choices that you've already made. And under pressure, a lot of times moms are going to buckle because they're exhausted, they're emotionally drained, they're in discomfort, they're in pain. And it's hard to continue to keep up with thinking about all the things that you've decided you wanted. And that birth support person will be there and be able to do that for you. So I definitely encourage you to find a doula or a support person, or someone that can be there just for you and speak up, to have that voice when you're not able to do that. So I've enjoyed speaking with you guys today. I hope the next time that, you come back to find my videos here, that you'll be able to say, I'm pregnant, it worked. So definitely, drop me a message if you have any questions, or if there's anything I can do to clarify what I've said, or just to help you to get that little bundle into your arms and into your body first. So just know that you can always find me on this YouTube channel, or you can find me over at www.rebeccaclay.com, where I have tons of resources. I have some free pamphlets for you. I have a Facebook group that, that's free for anyone to join, that allows you just to see a little bit more about what I educate my my members and friends that I am with and that I support through this process. So I hope you guys have had a great day. And once again, I am not here to give medical advice. I am here speaking from experience and what I've seen as a labor and delivery nurse for the last 14 years. So your doctor is definitely the one you need to reach out to and speak with if you have any questions. And I just want to be able to have you informed and have you know what your options are. And thank you for staying with me this long, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.